All right, so welcome to Wednesday, June 1st. As we know, June has been touted to be a very, very, very big month spiritually. So lots of action happening. We've got Mercury going direct on Friday, and then on Saturday we start Saturn retrograde. So just remember that as Mercury goes direct, there is still a 2-week shadow period post its retrograde. So there's still some time for us to experience Mercury and some of the challenges that we've had. I always like to look at the shadow period as a 2-week integration phase, looking at the things that we have learned throughout Mercury retrograde and seeing how we can propel into the next season, going into Cancer season, using Gemini season as some of the integration period required to kind of put some of those lessons into action. So let's have a look at what the energies are right now for Wednesday, June 1st. Okay, my deck is a complete mess. This is going to be a quick reading just because I have a busy day planned. Okay, we've got 9 of Wands. Three of Swords, all right. Five of Swords and Page of Wands. Pretty heavy to start, and then we get a little lighter. 9 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Page of Wands. Where I'm seeing some resistance to some of the heartbreak that we have faced. This is really the feelings of heartbreak that you've experienced over the retrograde period. I am not seeing this as something that has just occurred. I'm seeing you mulling over some of your past heartbreaks, looking back at the details of some of the things that have transpired in the past, being disappointed in yourself, being disappointed in others, trying to renegotiate your expectations, trying to renegotiate your boundaries. And this is all self-talk. I'm seeing this as all self-talk. I'm seeing that this retrograde has really challenged you to go internally to really understand what it is that you feel and why you feel it. I think there's an experience that you've been through that's caused heartbreak and disappointment that is starting to make sense to you, something that you're beginning to let go of. The Five of Swords here is a card of you walking away, choosing not to fight this fight anymore. This could be staying connected to the negativity of a past experience, staying connected to the heartbreak of a past experience. This could be like a friend you've lost, a lover that has left you, or a lover that you have left, and being willing to walk away from the feelings that still existed long after that connection was done. And the Page of Wands is you taking inspired action forward towards your own life. So while we do start a little heavier than I would like, this is really acknowledging where you've been throughout this retrograde period. These two cards here, the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords. It's really acknowledging the internal turmoil to an extent, some of the self-doubt, the disbelief, the lack of faith, the lack of trust that you faced as a result of this past situation. This could be something that occurred maybe approximately 3 to 5 years ago, within the past 3 to 5 months, maybe 9 months ago. I'm really not seeing more than 3 years here, but 2.5 years of that has been in a global pandemic. So the pandemic itself was like one big retrograde. It really forced us to take stock of what was in our life, what needed to go. It really forced us to stop. This retrograde specifically is one that really challenged your mentality around everything. And as we head into Gemini season, I'm seeing that you're beginning to make choices towards your own healing, which is what I like. I like this. Let's get clarity around the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords. Ten of Wands. I do like that because that's you taking the next step and walking away. So the Nine of Wands was the resistance, was that self-doubt, was that lack of trust, was you mulling over those thoughts and feelings over and over and over again. And the Ten of Wands is saying, time to go. Time to leave this heartbreak behind and be inspired by it. I'm not specifically saying that you've been in terrible anguish over this. This is something that has been done, something that's happened long ago. I just think you were revisiting that situation in this retrograde. Let's clarify the Three of Swords here. We have Eight of Cups and we've got Temperance. So we are walking away. And we're walking away and attaining balance. This is you being burdened and saying, no, enough is enough. This is you saying, okay, time to move on to the next destination. And this is you finding balance by doing it. Eight of Wands. Okay, I'm getting an August vibe immediately. Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles. I'm seeing this summer, August in specific. I did see the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles just briefly here. So you're manifesting new beginnings for yourself, okay? This is beautiful. And I'm seeing there's something about Leo season and perhaps Lionsgate here, but August being a monumental time where you step out of this journey of reflecting. I think this energy of reflecting is going to continue. You know, in Gemini season, we're balancing the dualities, the good and the bad, the light and the dark, the up and the down. I think you're going to continue to integrate some of the things that you learned about this disappointing experience and this heartbreak, and you're going to really balance it out between the heartbreak and the love you have in your heart, full of it, between what didn't work and what can work, disappointments, and then the lessons. You're balancing the duality of everything that you've learned from this experience. It's almost like you're taking a final exam just to prove to yourself that you've learned and that you've evolved. And then what I see here is that you're moving forward with high-level connections. So there's something about this resistance here that you've learned that is allowing you to move forward and really understand how you want to establish and maintain friendships in your life, how you want to maintain and establish loving romantic relationships, and the boundaries required, the communication required. You are now you're ready to participate. You've earned all your stripes. Now you can put yourself out there and see what the universe has to give you. That's beautiful. Oh, yes. Oh, look at the two cards that came out. Empress and then Queen of Pentacles. And then something that popped itself up. It was the Knight of Wands. So you are really stepping into your divine feminine energy. Okay, the Knight of Cups came out here too. You're really stepping into your divine feminine energy here. This entire process has allowed you to acknowledge the divine feminine that exists deep within you. Someone who doesn't chase, someone who simply magnetizes and attracts. Somebody who has earned her right, somebody who knows her boundaries, somebody who is confident. Okay, this entire experience has allowed you to come to a point of beautiful manifestation where you can create anything that you choose, anything that you desire. And people are noticing this in you. It's making you attractive. What I'm also understanding here with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands is that somebody is coming forward to you to give you an offer. This could be a career offer. This could be an offer of friendship. I'm seeing more so a romantic offer. Somebody is desiring to come forward to you, but they're quite conflicted. They see you in this energy. The one thing that just occurred to me is that the person who was connected to you in this disappointing experience is now seeing you differently. And the desire to come forward here, they are conflicted. It is an energy of conflict. They want to come forward and give you something, but then they doubt it because they're quite impulsive. Okay, so there is a little bit of that conflict here, or they can impulsively come forward with some sort of an offer. So I'd say really think about how it fits into these high-level collaborations that you're looking to establish with people now that you've learned all these lessons. Okay, I'll leave it there.